Hi, Laura Fox here from Shah's Magic, and today I want to talk to you about something juicy that comes up for pretty much everybody at some point. How to stop caring what other people think. And I'm going to take you through 4 really simple steps that can be life-changing if you allow. So this is something that for me personally, I was a chronic people pleaser, and I didn't take action without going through in my mind the process of, how will this affect pretty much everybody around me? What will other people think of me? What will that mean about me? Like, I would constantly be worried about what other people thought and what might come up for them and what that might mean about me. And this also has just resurfaced recently with a client of mine, and I feel like this example is so true, and a lot of people will be able to relate to this. She was in a job that she hated and really wanted to leave. She didn't really like any of her colleagues. It was a pretty toxic environment. And one of the big reasons that she wasn't leaving is she was so worried what those colleagues would think of her and what they might say about her once she'd left. So I took her through these 4 steps. And also got her to look at, you're worried about what other people might think, people that you don't even like or respect or care for their opinion at the best of times, and it's stopping you from doing something that lights you up. So I think a lot of people can relate to that kind of situation, and after going through these 4 steps, she has handed in her resignation, which is a little bit exciting. And yeah, so this can be a total game changer for you if you want it to be. So, step number 1, get clear on what it is that you actually want. So, what are you chasing? What's the dream? What is it that for you really lights you up? And this can be big picture. This can be sort of your 10-year vision of what you want to achieve. Like, even now I say what I want to be when I grow up. That big picture thinking, all the way down to the little stuff of, what do you want from your day to day? What do you want your life to look like? And write it down. Draw it out if you like to draw. You can even use like vision boarding, that kind of thing can help get creative. Like, make this fun. This is about your desires, your dreams, and some targets, like tangible targets for you to work towards. And I say targets rather than goals, because goals are fixed and firm, and you either make it or you don't. Whereas a target, that moves, it shifts, it changes, and sometimes you can change your mind as you get closer to something, whether you actually want it. So get really crystal clear, focused on what it is that you actually want. And then once you've done that, set some boundaries. So this is step number 2. Set boundaries. So what I mean by setting boundaries is getting clear with yourself. What do you need? What space do you need? What people around you do you need? What environment do you want to be in to be able to reach these targets and these dreams that you've got? So that might look like saying no to certain social activities, which for people pleasers, and if you're worrying about what people think, that can be a challenge. But if you are clear on what it is that you're striving for, it makes it easier. So if you want to say no to something, use the excuse of, I'm a no for that party or barbecue, whatever it might be, because of my commitment to XYZ. So using your goals and your dreams can be a bit of a buffer for you and start to put a shield around you if you are so crystal focused on what it is that you are moving towards. Nobody else will be able to shift you off that path. And if you've got passion for what you're moving towards, you yourself will be able to stay more centered in that. So setting boundaries around your time, the spaces that you are in, the environments you're in, the people that you hang out with. So that doesn't mean that you have to get rid of everybody in your life. It just means that there are certain people that you might spend less time with because they're naysayers or they poo-poo on what it is that you're wanting to do. And if you've got something big on your heart, you can't be around that. You need all of that encouragement and that love to lift you up, because we all know that you've got something special to be working towards. And so that brings me to step number 3. Focus on you. Put some time into you and really learning to value yourself and to trust yourself, because only you know what is best for you. So this can take on a form of self-love in terms of doing something to move your body each day, doing something meditative each day so that you can refocus and realign and remember why it is that you're choosing you. Because at the end of the day, caring about what other people think, you're choosing other people over you. And this is all about bringing it back to you. And that's not a selfish thing. You are here for you. So you get to put yourself first. And that goes for absolutely everybody. If you've got kids, if you have got extended family, if you've got people that you take care of, even if you don't, you could be single and just doing everything for everybody else. You get to put you first. You are your number one priority. So spend some time doing some things that you really value and that really fill you up, so you can fill your own cup first. And the more that you value yourself, the more confidence you can create, and the more that that will then project out into the world. And the easier it'll become to stop caring what others think, because you've created your own happiness and it doesn't matter what is going on for anybody else, because you're all good in here. And so finally, number 4. Not everyone is going to get it. Not everyone is going to get you. And that's okay. You're not here to please the world. You are here for you and you alone. Yes, there are going to be people in this world that you are going to touch and they are going to light up because of who you are. But you can only do that, and you can truly only have an impact and affect others in a positive way if you're putting yourself first and you are lighting yourself up before anybody else. So it's okay if some people start to drop away. And that could be a really gentle process, and some people just stop calling. They're not in your resonance. They feel a bit awkward around you. And look, I've gone through this. I over the last few years, I've lost some really close friends that I thought, we would be friends for life. And that's nothing against them, and it's nothing against me. We just fell out of resonance because I started choosing me and the path that I wanted to go down. And they couldn't see that, and that's okay. They don't need to. I'm not doing this for them specifically. So if there are people around you that don't get it, and for some people it's going to be a bit of a shock if you start putting yourself first and saying no and making different choices around what you actually want to choose, rather than, well, I'll do whatever you want, that's okay. If you start saying, I want to do this, then some people, you're going to ruffle a few feathers, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world. The people that are meant to be in your life will stay in your life. And not everybody that's around you right now is here for your highest good. So it's okay if they fall away. Know that you have always got support, and there are always people out there who are there for you, and they want to see you shine in your greatest power and to be the light that you came here to be. So these are 4 pretty simple steps, and first 2 are probably the easiest to implement, and you'll gain confidence. It's like growing a muscle, flexing a muscle. Just put them into practice. Start with getting clear on what you actually want, so that you've got something really clear to be picking if you're saying no to people or you're choosing something different. Set your boundaries. Get really clear on those. And people will learn. And you can even say to people, I'm not going to be doing that anymore because of X, Y, Z. You don't even have to give them an excuse or a reason if you don't want to. And really pour love into yourself. Firstly, because you deserve it. And secondly, because that will help build your confidence. And if you can light yourself up, it makes it so much easier to not care what other people are thinking. That'll just become white noise in the background, because you know you're on the right path and you know that you've got this. And then finally, just remember, it's not for everybody. You might not be for everybody, and that's perfectly okay. So thank you so much for joining me with this. Let me know how you get on with these steps. What you've implemented, any challenges that you've come across as you're going through this process. Reach out to me. I am always here for support, and I love to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and share with a friend who might be a chronic people pleaser or is stuck in caring what others think. And together we can all help everybody shine their brightest. Thank you. Until next time.